This thing on? I think this thing's on. Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. I'm your host, Big John Chandler, and this is where we talk about, well, anything and everything to do with archery in the state of Georgia and Georgia archers, wherever they may shoot. If you're watching this, you see there's a guy sitting over here beside me. But if you're not, I'm going to introduce him, the arrow guru himself, Byron Thompson. How you doing there, Byron?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, John?
I am wonderful. I have had a great weekend, a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of doing, shooting, the shop's doing well. I am blessed, and enjoying doing this Georgia archery thing. So
awesome. Well, I plan on seeing you guys on Thursday nights, and doing a little shooting myself. I haven't really had the opportunity to shoot a lot recently, but I'm about tired of that.
You even bow, bro?
You couldn't tell by looking right now.
I understand completely.
But I stay in touch with people and the leaderboard, and I watched, was there in spirit down over in Coleman this weekend.
At Benning,
that's right. Sorry.
See, I know that's how far out you are, right?
It's all
right. Look.
Confused.
Tell me you make money in the business doesn't mean that you keep up with all of the business. That's how that works. So.
Oh well, been on the road, travel time. Just things are going 1,000 miles an hour at this time of year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because, the busy season hasn't started, so the sales reps guys have. Let's see what they need to do, what they need to get, how they need to get the orders put in so that it'll be ready for when that's time. So,
a lot goes on for a guy to walk into an archery shop, find a bow he wants to buy, and hook it off the shelf.
That's a fact, Jack. We got a lot of tire kickers right now, going through. I honestly believe that tack and things of that nature have helped keep the interest going in the off season more. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think tack has been astronomically beneficial to our industry, and I think that they're creating the right culture.
Well, the problem is we don't grow any more hunters.
No, I think hunter recruitment is important, but I think there's a bigger issue that we miss that I think is what we should be working towards. And if we do that correctly, the hunter recruitment will grow. And that is, people complain about places to hunt now, right?
For sure.
And it's estimated 3 to 6% of the population hunts. So if land is hard to access now, and if we grow hunters like we always say we're going to do, that's going to get worse. I do think recruitment is important to get the those that are aging out of the sport. But I think the bigger battle is getting the average human being to understand hunting as a conservation tool, not a sport, not some of the other things, so that they're comfortable with it happening. Because I can tell you there is a large portion of the people that just don't see that. And that's our biggest enemy, because, you can talk about voting and how you make decisions. They are way larger than the hunting industry.
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like if they really wanted to snuff it out, all it takes is one good convincing campaign and they could.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of naysayers and negativity around a lot of it. And like you said, the conservation side of things, people don't understand. You said 3% are hunters, but 98% are drivers and hit animals with their car and get all mad. Mm-hmm. And so you got to explain to them what the hunter does to help that part, just one piece of the puzzle, But
a lot of people, and I understand this sentiment because it's based in empathy. It's not a bad way to think. It's just a little incorrect, and well, they didn't ask for it. It's not the animal's fault. We shouldn't be taking it out on them. And I mean, that's true, but I mean, humans are here, and they're going to expand and have places to live and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's not the animal's fault, but that just sort of puts us in the position of stewards, and we need to use the best tools possible. And hunting, by far, pays for itself and controls the animals, and it's in lieu of a perfect system, it's the best one I've seen.
For sure. But yeah, so me and you can go all night about things like this.
Yeah, just go heavy right at first, right?
Which is cool. We just jumped our both feet dead up in it, and everybody goes, "Holy crud! This is going to be an interesting book." This is going to be interesting. But me and you've been friends for a long time. We're both older gentlemen in this industry. So I'll give you a little stat. The largest group at the ASA this past weekend was the senior known class.
I can buy that.
The senior
I look down that list of people in that class, and it's everybody I shot with.
For sure.
And we all sort of spread out. Some guys went to semi-pro and pro, and some guys, shot with pins and so, but it was all people we started with. Yep. And now, they're sort of sequestered into those senior groups, and I know a lot of those dudes. And
90.
I don't know the young ones as well, unless I've been able to meet them.
That's right. But there were 97 in the senior. That's the 45 class, not the 50 class. But just the 45 class, 97 archers in that class, which was the largest group of any class. So,
and I tell you, they don't have pro next to that class. There are some savvy shooters in that old man class, man.
For sure.
And they got the head game down too. They know how to mess with all parts of your game. Did you hear something rattle when you shot?
Yeah. Your draw length looks just a hair off. During that peep,
it could be me, but your arrow looks like it's kicking when it's
kicking a little bit. Yeah, 100%. They've been in this game a long time, and I tell you what, I will say it's the most fun I've had in archery in a while is shooting in the senior class, because we all know that we're going to go home, we're going to eat the same stuff, and the sun's going to rise tomorrow, and this is not changing our lives. And so we've all figured that out. We're past that getting on our hands and knees and a flashlight and a magnifying glass to see if it's touching the line.
Yeah, if I got to get my pants dirty, you got it.
That's right. That's the way it is. But let's go rolls right into that. This past weekend was the ASA Pro-Am in Russell County, Alabama, Fort Benning. It was Phoenix City. It's been called several different things. But at Russell County, Alabama is actually the sponsor or the title thing now. 1,433 archers at that event. Now, you remember we've had some bigger ones and we've had some smaller ones, but that wasn't a bad event. Beautiful weather. It was gorgeous. They've switched now. They shoot Friday and Saturday. No Sunday shooting whatsoever.
Yeah, so I saw that. You and I saw that coming a long time ago.
Yep. And it's done so that everybody can go home on Sunday. It works out pretty good. I drove down me and Mike Bean drove down on Thursday. We got it Thursday morning. Went down. We got down about time the team shoot would start. Went over there on the 3D range and practiced on Thursday. Friday, first round started. The old man don't have to shoot till 1, so we don't have to get up early and go out in the woods and drink our coffee.
Got the best sunlight.
Yep, for sure. And then on Saturday we go at 11:30, so we still got plenty of sunlight. The guys who got to go at 7:30, they shot in the dark for the first couple of targets, and especially warming up. So
I bet.
But we had 155 archers from Georgia shoot that event.
Yeah, that's 10% of the people that were out there. That's pretty hefty.
Yeah, that's pretty good numbers there.
Yeah, that's pretty hefty. I like those later shooting times, man, because you know me, I'm going to have coffee, and that gives me just a chance to wear some of that caffeine out.
Get some of them jitters out before you got to go out there and hold that bow and whoa.
So they say shoot them up, and I'm shaking like a leaf. I don't really shake that bad with coffee, but holding the bow gets kind of sketchy.
It does. Man, we had out of that 155 archers, we had 12 make the podium.
That's amazing.
12 different archers.
So 10% of the people we sent made the podium.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's first, second, and third. 12 people.
That's awesome.
So Hank Boatwright in Senior Open, talking about, the senior class.
Talk about a tough division to win.
Yeah, judging yardage, shooting bows, and doing your thing. So congratulations to Hank on that. For second place, we had 4 different people that won second. So Gretchen Pruitt, if everybody knows who Gretchen is, TOG Team Grandma, ran an archery range, coaches 4-H, has shot around, has been around this a while. She went back and started shooting women's pins 40. So she finished second in that class.
She's another lifer.
Yeah, for sure. Nathan Dennis in the known 45 class finished second. And Darren Meadows. Yeah. And Darren Meadows, his second time, because he did it in Foley too, with another second place in the senior known class.
He's stacking those shooter of the year points.
He's definitely stacking those shooter of the year points. It was funny. We was leaving Foley. He goes, I don't know how to act. This is usually my blow up day. And I'm phenomenal. And probably from what we understand, I'm going to be sitting on a podium. I've never been in this spot before.
I tell him to shut up. Don't talk about it too much.
And that was at Foley. And then turned around and I said, well, how'd your day go the first day? When we passed each other in the rotation, I said, well, he goes, well, I started off this day like I did last time with a 5. And now I got to get out of the hole. I was like, okay, well, you did it before, you can do it again. But yeah, congratulations, Darren, on that. Also, super senior class, Brian Dansby won second in his class. So
I've known Brian a long time. He was my first ASA state director, I think.
Yes, he was
when I started shooting.
He issued me my congratulations, you get to move letter from way back.
I beat him out for the last spot to shoot for the bad boy buggy back when they did that. They had the Sims long shot.
Yep.
I beat him out closest to the center for that 5th spot and got to shoot for that bad boy buggy in the Coliseum that weekend down in Columbus.
Mm-hmm. Left-handed.
Don't know why I mentioned that I beat him, but I figured I'd mention that I beat him.
Look, I'll make sure that. Hey, you watch that podcast, bro?
I wonder if he remembers that I beat him. Well, he will now.
Bowers pushing digs. So, yeah, he's got a little. He runs a little archery place down there, Ford Columbus area. I forgot what it's called.
Mulberry Creek.
Mulberry, that's it. Mulberry Creek. So, yeah, he's doing that. So, congratulations there. That was second place. Third place, we have a Prethla.
A what?
8 archers that were third place. That's, good Lord. Anyway, Evan Spence down there down there in with Robbie in the Eagles Open Boys. Congratulations, Evan. He just did it. Max Raymer in an open recurve was third. Zach Heel, second time shooting open pro class. This is his second event. and he finishes third overall. How about
he will have a good experience in that shoot down. He did a great job I mean, you don't understand the kind of nerves that go on when you're in that stage.
And how fast paced it runs.
And you're trying to run numbers.
Yeah,
12 count.
You need a good umbrella man.
You've got to have a good umbrella man.
Somebody that's counting some numbers for you, telling you what you need, where everybody else stands, where you stand, what you got to do to get where you need to get. Because third and fourth place in that top five is something big.
Man.
It's $1. That's a dollar amount that makes it big. If you standing on that podium, there's a big dollar amount change between third and fourth.
Yeah, he don't know it yet, but Jimmy Lutz will be my umbrella man if I ever make it back.
Jimmy Lutz.
Yeah.
All right. And third place, also in the super senior known, Buster Marshall come out there and do his thing. So he's shooting an old Darton, I think. Yeah. He's shooting.
Down Savannah, Georgia. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And then in the women's pins 30, I'm going to miss that. Mary
Kreider.
That's what I'm looking at. My glasses ain't working today. In the pins 30. And then Alicia Beck. That's 2 times in the podium, back to back. She was second last time, third this time. Women's pins 40. Congratulations. And
I'm real happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
Because she really had a hard time transitioning from practice and shooting locally to these big shoots. And it shows that she's put the work in because she's getting it. And that's awesome.
Yep, she's definitely doing her thing. And having a good time doing it. That's the best part about it,
Yeah, she's always smiling.
So, and then to round out the podiums, Jonathan in the senior known class, he's there. Jonathan, and there's several others, but Jonathan and Darren, they remember the ASA club. Slack ass archers. Anyway.
Oh, well,
that's what they call themselves. Yeah, so there's a few of those guys out there doing that, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, they've Jonathan's come around and done his thing. Last time in Foley, he would give it and take it. He'd hit a 12, give an 8, hit a 12, get an 8, hit a 12, get an 8. And he was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Kissing his sister.
Yep. And so, there for a while, it was like, we need to ask how I'm doing. I'm trying to make the comeback, dude. I mean, it's been a long time coming that I've actually put in some effort and tried to shoot a bow, more than just, a little weekend somewhere. And the comeback is so much harder. I know you figured it out when you tried to do it the last time. Because you get out there and you look at those 12s, you're like, they're not there anymore. They took them suckers off the target. Them rings
it's just so weird. When I went back to really shooting a lot, my body just ain't what it was at 30, and not even bad. Just it ain't the same.
Just ain't the same.
And I had to. Well, you saw me at my worst. Like I had to rebuild from the ground up, like from where I'm putting my feet all the way through.
Yep.
If you're not using it, you are losing it, my friend.
No doubt about it, boy. And so I'm trying to get it all back together. And my eyeballs ain't the same. Sight picture don't look the same. It's just And I
tell you what I learned. I learned, particularly when you make a big jump, like what I did.
Oh, yeah.
You have to have some success early because confidence builds and success builds. And if you have something sort of get you off the tracks early like that, dude, it opens up a whole world of just suck that you weren't prepared for.
For sure. There's no doubt in my mind on that. That's a fact.
And we can talk about that later, but it happened to me.
It could run you in a hole for sure. Well, out of all of that, we had in the top fives, there were 5 top fives. So, and I'm just going to run real fast. The fourth place was Clint Smith in the senior known 50, and Jonathan Braswell in the senior hunter 45, and then
Clay Conger, men's
Connors
pins, yeah.
and men's pins 40. Fifth place, we had 2 pros make the cut. Big time. Got in there. His first day wasn't looking too swift, but he picked it up on the second day to get on in there. And Kaylee Pettifer had taken the Foley off because she just had a baby. So she didn't, so this was her first time back.
And we talk about working your way back. Kaylee has not been shooting. And to get in that shoot down the way she did, she did a heck of a job this weekend.
For sure. It's amazing what some people can do because they've done it for so long. It's like riding a bicycle, right? You jump back in pretty quick. And then like us, we moseyed. Like you said, you didn't use it, you lose it. Well, we didn't use it for so long that we had to go hunt for it. Is it in this drawer? Is it in that drawer?
Oh man,
whatever it is. But that's where I'm at now, is on my come up. So that's what I'm working on. And I was Foley was learning. Benning was a step forward. I changed some things, did some tinkering, got some better holds, I executed better shots. A whole lot better shots this weekend than I did in Foley for sure. And I've still got some pieces that I need to work on, some little odds and ends that need to bring it on up. And if I just keep moving forward, I will do that. 26 in the top 10. Man, if I had to run some of this list off, we'd be here forever. 26 more names. But congratulations, because like I said, that many freaking archers, 155 from Georgia. And then we had 12 in the top, five top 5s, and 26 top 10s. That's you can't.
It's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun to be had.
And it's cool because we're all Georgia archers, we're all been in this, and we see each other at local tournaments and that kind of stuff. And it's just cool to see some of those folks make it on the podium and move forward. Ken Mosley down there in the senior legends class.
Ken Mosley, man. I used to shoot at Sweetwater Archery Club in the early 2000s with Ken and Dave and R.E. Smith and guys that just have forgotten more about archery than I knew at the time.
Yep. But
and some old timers would remember Dubba Schulingbird. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
No, you're good. Yeah, that's the thing is there's just so many different folks that are doing their thing, and it's so cool to watch. There's so many people that have come through and did their thing, and congratulations to everybody, because top 10, I don't care, top 10 at an ASA event is something. Period. You may not have been where you wanted to be, but it's still something, because there ain't no small classes for most of these. So, congratulate that. What do you think about the Legends class? That's why I brought it up. They just introduced that class this year, right? That's a 75-year-old and up class.
I think if you're an ASA shooter and you're 75 years old, man, you deserve to have a class where you can shoot with your peers. We've always said that if you're an archer and you're between 40 and 50 years old, you don't have a home.
Oh, for sure.
Because you're going to shoot K50, K4. Like, you're going to be shooting with a large minority of guys a lot younger than you. And not that they're not fun, but I can't talk to a college kid about his blood pressure medicine in mine. You know what I mean? I talk to you about that.
Yeah, but it don't work out. But why my elbow hurts if I draw back, or what's that snap crackle as you draw? You don't have the same talk.
They start talking about what they can see on the target, and I'm like, whatever.
They stand up there.
No, shooting with your peers is important, and I think those guys. I really love that they have that. Yeah,
and I think there were 20 in Foley and 19 in Benning in that class. That's freaking phenomenal. So
that's great.
It's
fantastic.
Great. And I bet
you there's a lot fun had on that range.
Oh, for sure. Those guys are going to have some fun. And 4 or 5 of those 19 are from Georgia. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So, we've always had a good archery community down here, man.
Oh, for sure. We have. Definitely. So I had Rocky Comfort supposed to have a shoot on Saturday, but I didn't see any. They don't really post scores if they had people. I haven't seen anything, because most clubs don't have a shoot when there's an ASA. Because like you said, there's 155 people go down there and shoot it from Georgia. You've lost a whole lot of participation in, especially at Fort Benning, because it's not that far of a drive. So.
No, and I mean, if you're counting on turnout for your club, and you need 100 archers, and 155 got the folks from Georgia's gone.
That's couldn't have put a cut in it.
You know what I mean? I understand.
Yep. But I will say that with the new system, and not like this weekend, Sunday, somebody probably could have had a shoot on Sunday. Because ASA is done on Sunday.
Not everybody sticks around for the shoot down. Most people hit the truck Saturday.
But even, I mean, it's your 4 6 hour drive. I mean, even if you stayed after the shoot down and got home, you could still probably turn around and try to.
I think there'd probably be quite a few people that would want to shoot that didn't go. But that's you right. Just don't know that for sure until you try.
Yeah, but if you do Sunday, you'll probably pick up a few of those guys like, hey, I got to redeem what I didn't do at ASA.
They get something to work on. Or if they shot it, they want to get right back out and shoot.
100%. So I thought about that after I was left. I was like, man, we could have shot, we got home and I didn't get home. So I got home about 6. I didn't stay till shoot down. So I got home about 6:30 and it was like, I could have gone shot somewhere on Sunday, but we didn't. But
oh well.
Had a great time. There will be a small video put out of our little trip and some pictures and stuff of like we did on the last one. So be on the lookout for that. I'll upload it as soon as possible. So I got to get this back where I want to. So Georgia ASA Shooter of the Year standings have been updated. So if you want to go to the Facebook page on the Georgia ASA, you can find all of those standings. So now the people, we've had lots of qualifiers already. You can sort of see where you stand. So I'll go out there and check that out for sure. Also, the Vegas shoot off bracket. I just sent a message out, so y'all just seen it. It just launched. This is going to be a fun thing, just because Vegas is this coming weekend. So it's a form. You fill it out. You pick your top seeds, who you think's going to be in the shoot down. Right? Just fill out the form, and then there's a couple other questions like who do you think's female's going to win, and who's going to get the lucky dog, and how many 900s, there's a couple of little questions on there. And if everybody will go fill that out, fill out the form, I'm going to keep up and see who hits the most right of all the questions. In other words, like your March Madness bracket, right? See who can hit the best bracket. And so build your shoot off bracket now. Go over there. That will cut off as soon as they're almost finished for the weekend. So I'll cut it before the last day on Sunday's score, so we won't know exactly.
So it'll still be open during qualifying?
It'll be open for the first 2 days.
Okay.
Right. So you can hedge your bets if you want to, but the last day I'm gonna cut it off on for Saturday night, and Sunday is the hope those 2 guys that did those 2. That 600 can get that last one in if he's on your bracket you're going to hope for. So, yeah, go out there and fill that bracket out. It's going to be fun. It's going to, you can find that information on the web page. You can also find it on, it's on the front page of the www.georgiaarchery.com. So you can find that information to click on it to fill out that form. It's going to be something
You want to give up your favorite to win right now?
My favorite to win right now. Let me think on it. Honestly,
A lot of good archery being shot right now.
you're right, but I'm Kyle has got a hot hand.
Kyle is on a streak that is, but well, I don't want to curse the guy. I don't want to say nothing like that.
Don't do that. But
no, that guy's on a roll, man. And but it feels like Jacob is frustrated and ready to put his thumb down. And then I don't know. It's hard to call this year, man.
For sure.
You see what Christopher did this weekend?
Yep. So, I mean, you understand that it's going to be interesting. And I just told you to pick your top, whatever it is, 8, I think it is what it could at. Just pick your top 8 and, let's see how many you get correct. It's all in fun. We'll laugh and giggle, and I'll give some stats on how many people answered the right. If 24 people filled out the form, and 12 of them got 5 of the 8 or whatever. So we'll give some stats next week about the fill out your bracket. So make sure you get out there and check that bracket out, because it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So also, the raffle page is live. I talked about it on the podcast the other week. If you want to help Georgia Archery grow, because this is not free. Internet's not free. Everybody's got it. Having taken time to do this is not free. Taking extra time to build the web page, get all the information, gather it all together just so that I can give it out to everybody. It takes time and effort. And so there's a raffle out, and the top prize for the raffle is the Mossy Oak bowstrings from Gas, one of 500 sets that they've built. And they saved enough material so that you can order it for whatever bow you have. So the number 500 or whatever certificate you'll get, will be that set of strings. So Eric has done that so that, so it was $20 a ticket for a chance to win a $200 set of strings. Right. And then there's other raffles you can see on the wire. You can go to the page. It's at the www.georgiaarchery.com, and it says the raffle. Click it. There's some hats, some other things that people have, I have some pretty good sponsors, some pretty good guys that, Easton with some hats, and Gas with some hats. And, I think I have a Zebros hat that's Bottomlands. Bottomlands is the thing of the year, it seems like, for the last year and something. And I haven't seen it slow down at all.
No, yeah, not even a little.
No, so there'll be a few things we'll draw for every one of the prizes. And I did say that I will draw the main prize first, because I don't want to draw out for the lower prizes. And you're like, oh, well, since I won the hat, I can't win the other. I'm going to draw for the big prize first, and then draw all the other names for the smaller prizes. But there's $20 a ticket. You can buy as many tickets as you want, and all that money is going to go back and help Georgia Archery grow. So I hope to run that through all of April, and hopefully by May we'll draw for all of that. So that's the hope. If I ain't selling no tickets, though, it may run longer.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell everybody about it. So, yes, I just lost something.
We can send 155 shooters to the ASA. We can sell a few raffle tickets.
Buy a few raffle tickets, I would think. So, yeah, you can find us anywhere and everywhere on social media. We're on Instagram. We're on the Snappy Chats. We're on the Facebook, X. All these videos are on YouTube. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're listening to this, you can find it on your favorite podcast app. We are almost every podcast app there is. If there's something that we missed that was supposed to be happening and didn't happen, send us an info on, or if you want something you want us to talk about, send us an email, info@georgiaarchery.com, so we can get it on the list. All of this stuff is listed on the webpage. There is a calendar that is slam full of a whole lot of archery events that are coming up, doing and going. And, so that you can find all that location in one place. So that's how you find us. Yeah, that's that's how it works, man. Look, it's Byron back in the house. Look at there.
Rock and roll.
Back in the house. Yep. Now he's looking quiet. He's thinking, and that's bad. If he's thinking, it's bad.
Things are going downhill if I have to think.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's a lot of things going on, the Vegas bracket, the raffle, trying to have a little fun with the Vegas bracket. So we'll share that out to everybody. Go out there and fill out the bracket.
I'll fill it out. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I just think, I think Kyle's on a hot hand if he can keep it rolling. He's where
Perkins is shooting good. You can never count out Bodie Turner.
Never. And then, there's going to be some folks that make that cut that's probably never been there before. And there's some people that will make that cut that has been there almost every time.
I mean, you can just, Stefan is going to win one. Like, he's going to win one.
Yeah.
He's going to win one. That kid's too good.
Yeah.
I don't guess he's a kid, but you know what I mean?
No, well, he's a kid to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and there's several others that are up and comers that would, can be in the mix for sure.
And Matthias is just a machine now. And
it's no doubt about it. I mean, I tell this story every time about Maddie. He just does what he's supposed to do. Hits where he's supposed to be. He is ranked number 1 in the world for a reason. Yes, Mr. Perfect is tied with him sometimes, and held that spot for so long. But Matthias has come up and just done his thing. But on the other side,
he's done it like a tornado too, right? Like,
yes.
In 3 years, he's just went from never heard his name to being number 1 in the world. It's crazy.
Yep. But
which, Curtis told me 2 years ago to watch it. He said, this Matthias kid is going to be good.
That kid is, and yeah, he's put in the work, put in the effort, and he's definitely been there. So, yeah, and he's a nice guy. I mean, I've sat and talked to him for an hour one day at the ATA show. We talked, and he's just a real nice guy. But yeah, so yeah, there's a whole look. How many do you think is going to make the cut? How many 900s in the championship division? How many people are going to be standing on that stage to start with?
I think there's going to be 30 guys on the line for the first
30
arrow.
Guys
in the finals. Yeah.
In the finals. 30 guys.
I think there's pro archers that can get a buckle, get 900.
That will be the largest group that has ever made the cut.
I'm seeing a lot of good archery right now, man.
There's no doubt about it. I bet you go back to the NFAA round, and it was one of the smallest groups that they had.
How many? Who was on the final? Let's see. What format is that? The Rushmore. Do they shoot down or do they shoot off?
Shoot off. All of them are shoot offs. So, but yeah, so you had to shoot inside, you had to shoot 120 X's, whatever, to make the cut. And you would think that would be, that's what, 4 rounds of what, however.
In Vegas, how many were up there last year? 24?
Vegas, 24.
26? 24?
24 with a lucky dog, I believe. So you're
26 the highest number?
Yep, that's yep.
30 may be pushing it, but I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of guys.
Yes. It's amazing what it can do. And here's the other part. Now they get a $10,000 a day chance. So if you shoot a 300, you get into the $10,000 a day chance, right? So if you, on the first day, if you make it, you can go down there, shoot one arrow closest to center and get $10,000.
Didn't a couple of guys that really aren't known at all as pros win that last year?
Yes, very much so.
That's what I thought.
And then, that's the first day and the second day. And the third day, well, if you get your third one in, you're automatically on the big stage. So they don't, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Planet Hollywood, stage. They did a whole bunch of new lighting, a whole bunch of new stuff. The championship is shooting Reinhardt targets, the big wave wall or whatever they call it. With a light over the top of the light. So it's going to be a little different. I can't wait to see how that's going to play out.
So let me ask you this. Have you heard any negative feedback for the late date?
Yes, the date? Lots of negative feedback about the late date. I mean, you got to understand, there's been 2 ASA events before we go to Vegas. Now,
right.
From what I understand, that is not in Bruce's control.
Yeah.
Because when we had it last year, it was because they had to go find a place real fast.
Yeah. Well, I know some shooters that can't go because of the late date.
Exactly.
And then for the shooters, they're deep in outdoor season now.
Yeah.
And it's just not the same thing. And it's it can be frustrating for the archers that want to go shoot Vegas.
I mean we watched the shoot down on Saturday on the video. We watched it as we rode home. But most of those guys are like turned around and went straight to Vegas. And went from shooting a 3D bow to a dot bow, So
John Winker, who owns First Flight Archery up in North Carolina, he's one of the best bear bow shooters in the world. He's always on the stage.
Yep.
And but he runs an archery shop and big archery range, and he's got a JOAD program, and outdoors kicking his butt, and so he can't go to Vegas, and he's a guy that they expect on the podium in Vegas.
For sure. That's right. But yeah.
So that kind of sucks.
Oh yeah. It's, but they've been mentioned that the date will move earlier next year. So,
I hear a lot of the shooters liked the Rushmore Rumble being at ATA.
I enjoyed it. That's the largest turnout they've ever had. Who in their right mind, besides getting paid to do this, wants to go to Yankton, South Dakota in the middle of January?
Well, I'll tell you this. I have said since I started shooting tournament archery that I'm going to shoot Reading one year, and I'm going to go shoot Vegas one year. But I have never, ever said I'm going to Yankton.
But
yeah,
if you'll shoot the Rushmore Rumble in Indianapolis, you might want to play that game because it's not that far of a ride.
No, that's what I'm saying. I never missed anything out in Yankton, South Dakota.
They got some beautiful weather in the summertime, though. I mean, it's just beautiful weather. And
true story.
Pheasant hunt that's ridiculous out there.
I was there with a good friend hunting turkeys in not Billings, I'm sorry, in Sheridan, Wyoming. We both killed our turkeys, and he said, hey, do you want to go to Mount Rushmore in South Dakota, or do you want to go shoot prairie dogs? Oh, I'll let you guess what my answer was.
You went like prairie dogs.
I don't go to see no carving. let's go hunt dogs. Yeah,
for sure. Well,
I've never requested to go to South Dakota.
For sure. Well, we've teased about it, done about it, but the biggest shoot in archery will happen this weekend in Vegas. They'll be starting tomorrow. And go through the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then shoot down the whole nine, everything. It's definitely back to a Sunday evening shoot down, from what I understand. So, when we just talked about it, that's a big old show. There's a whole lot of Georgians out there. I haven't pulled the numbers. I will have them next week to figure out how many Georgians went out there to shoot. But there was a bunch of them. But also happening this weekend, North 40 Archery Club is having their 2-day shoot. In other words, you can shoot as many times as you want to. Your best score counts. He's going to do it for 2 days out there. Saturday, Rocky Branch has got a shoot scheduled for the 28th, and up there in North Georgia. And if you're in that neck of the hood, go over there and check them out. Due to an unfortunate circumstances, Outback Archery and Range will be closed due to structural fire. And then sorry for any inconveniences, and Saturday's shoot will most likely be canceled. I don't know if you saw Owen's post.
Yeah, I think a pavilion burned down or something.
No, that's his shop.
Oh, I thought it was just a pavilion from what I understood.
No,
so I'm mistaken.
No, it's the roll-up doors on the shop, the lawnmower.
Oh, man.
There ain't nothing left. It's just melted to the, I mean, those pictures are all horrible. So our thoughts and, good vibes go out to Owen out there at the Outback, and hopefully he can get everything figured out what happened. I don't know. I didn't hear the whole story, but the pictures just didn't do very much.
Yeah, I hope everybody was safe and that you guys can rebuild and be made whole,
For sure. ASA qualifiers, we talked about it. The ASA Shooter of the Year information was updated, so you know where you're sitting. There is another qualifier to get some more qualifier points. Try to get a better score or knock one of those out. Sweetwater Archery Club, you mentioned it earlier. They're having an ASA qualifier this Saturday, so you can go out there and try to get qualified, or if you hadn't, and better your score if you need one. So those guys always do a great job setting that range up. We've had state championships over there. We've shot plenty of different stuff over there, and so go out there and support them.
Sweetwater's been around a long time.
Yes, for sure. The Traditional Bow Hunters of Georgia is having their Northern Zone shoot up in Ranger, Georgia. So, that's all on Saturday. So you've got a couple of different places you want to shoot on Saturday. You can shoot North 40 and Rocky Branch. North 40's down there, on one side of the world, and Rocky Branch is on the other side of the world. And then run out there to the west side, you can get to Sweetwater. And then if you're a stick and stringer, you're gonna run up to Ranger, Georgia, and shoot your stick and string with the Traditional Bow Hunters. That's on Saturday. On Sunday, North 40 has their second day. Like I said, he's doing that 2-day shoot. And then Ogeechee Bowman is having an ASA qualifier. So now you can run down to Savannah. You could go to Sweetwater. You go to one end of the state and shoot a qualifier. And then the next day you can run to another part of the state and shoot a qualifier. So there's a few things going on, this weekend. What do you got planned for the weekend, boss?
So this weekend, what am I doing? Probably nothing. I've been on the road, finally sort of wrapping that up. So I've been compiling or given my honeydew list, and so I've been getting prepared to do that sort of thing. This weekend will probably be pretty weather, so I'll probably be hanging out at the house and doing some of that stuff.
Some of them honeydews?
Yeah, some of them honeydews.
Days.
Mm-hmm. Spring's coming,
For sure. So
we're planting the garden and taking care of our chickens.
So Saturday I'll be at work. Like I work almost every Saturday, just the life of an archery shop worker. Your busiest days are Saturdays because everybody else is off, so you got to be working.
Everybody's off work.
So we'll do that on Saturday, and I have a little team pin shoot. So the guys who couldn't go to Vegas, they can come over there and shoot a 30-air round on Saturday afternoon about 1 o'clock. And so they're going to get together to do that. And I got to teach a trial archery class that morning. So, and then
you guys shooting on Thursday nights, John?
Yes, we
right
are
now?
still Yep, we're doing our league. We'll be shooting a Vegas round. So if you couldn't make it to Vegas and you want to get out there and shoot, just to see where you could, if you could get that 300, come on out and shoot with us. It's $20 entry fee, 50% payback. You shoot your 30 arrows, and then I give a handicap out for everybody. So you don't feel like you have to beat the top guy with all the expensive equipment. You can bring your hunting bow and come out and have a good time, or your old stick and string. We have a great time doing it. So, but yeah, that's that. And then Sunday, I don't know. I have no clue yet. I would love to go down to Evgeni and shoot, but that is a long ride for a archery shoot for one day.
Yeah, especially if you don't going down there to stay and you're coming right back. You're going to be in the car for 7 hours.
That's just a long ride for 3-hour shoot. So I don't know what I'll do. I may play that honeydew list too. I may work around the house some. I may go out to the land and
play that backyard tournament.
Yep. I may go out to the land and clean up some of the lanes that I got and get the targets back standing up and ready to get some more practice in, since now it's pretty enough that you can do that, right?
Yeah. Get out there early enough, see if you hear any turkeys gobble.
Well, I got one on camera. It's the first turkey I've had in over a year, so I don't know. Who knows?
Might not want to shoot him.
Yeah. He can be the only one out there. So, but I had another turkey on camera too, but he was trespassing. So
wrong kind of turkey.
Yeah, he was trespassing. So I called the law and they found him and took care of that. So
I'm going to try to get to Florida like I normally do and shoot Osceolas, but schedule's pretty tight right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of tight stuff going on. People are getting stuff in their archery shops. All the new products are showing up slowly but surely. Some things are taking longer than others. I think a lot of the companies didn't think that it was going to launch as hard, maybe, as they thought it would. Like Bottomlands camouflage running out on patterns, and people ordering them. Also products like the Stack It Peep. Have you seen this?
Yes, I have.
Peep. Okay. Well, the Stack It Peep has been very, very popular, and so they are slowly but surely getting them out to customers. Also,
yeah, I actually went on the website to order some, and they had some delivery times quoted on there. I was like, I'll just wait, see what happens, because it was way out.
Way out. Yeah. April, May for shops that ordered at the ATA show. That gives you an idea.
Wow.
How far back.
Well, the industry had a little bit of a slowdown last year, and our general lull months were even lullier than normal. And I think there was just some hesitancy in the market, just kind of, new president, new policies, new this, new that. And, but it looks like there's been a pretty good buying trend so far early in the year.
Yeah. And then, I'm just naming things that I know that are, targets, right? Some targets became popular, and now everybody wants a big backyard target. And so they're harder to get because of that popular demand.
And wasn't it Delta McKenzie that made the big one with the replaceable core?
With the replaceable cores, yep.
It had soft material in the center, and then I hear that one's really doing well.
That is definitely, we sold everything that we've got in the shop. They all went out as fast as we could get them in.
Yeah. I'm hearing that in a lot of places.
and then the Hamsky R7 drop away rest, was very popular to the point that it's harder to get because they got to get them back out. So it's not a fault of one company. That's there's sometimes that you get one company that just dropped the ball, like, oh, I missed it, right? But this has not been a one company thing. You can tell this has just been a growth of archery. Like you said, the hesitance of the lull last time. These people are, may not want to spend so much money, and then turned around and everybody jumped on it, and it's crazy. So that with the targets, the rest, the peeps, and then a local company, Ultraview, had decided that he's going to make everything in America.
Yeah, good for him.
So, that's congratulations on that. Launching machines, but you got to learn how to use them, and you got to keep up with demand, and you launch a new product, and all of a sudden you sell everything you got. Not your forecast was not near close as what your reality was. So
and let me tell you something.
Catch up.
Manufacturing something, raw materials in the back door, finished goods in the front door, is a very complicated thing.
For sure.
It's a very complicated thing, and these guys just try to get it right. And you kind of a two-edged sword. Folks out there that buy stuff kind of want to see new stuff. Puts the manufacturers in a point where they're always having to come up with new stuff, and then consumers go, "Well, why are the prices going up? And why do we need all this new stuff?" But they demand it, so it's really tough. And manufacturers have to run lean, man. They can't just have boxes on the shelf because it puts them out of business, and then they can't provide any of their services.
Yep. It's definitely nobody's got.
It's tough on everybody. Trust me, they don't want to be back ordered either.
No, for sure. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like, we as a shop, we hear from the customer, why this, why that. From the manufacturers themselves, when we call, they go, hey, we understand. We try our best. We're doing this. You get that trickle of ones and twos that show up, so that you sort of, here it is. Everybody gets a little piece of the pie. And so it's just, we do what we got to do, and it's crazy.
Nobody in that entire food chain is comfortable with back orders. Like the owners aren't, the production people aren't, sales people aren't, the shops aren't. Nobody really loves it, but it's just nature. I mean, till we figure out a way to fix it.
Nature of the beast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and you can't, if we had a crystal ball, right, we could do it better for sure.
Yeah. Somebody just sent us a memo and go, hey, y'all going to sell this many bows this year. We could have them ready and rocking, everybody would be in good shape.
100%. Yeah. You need 270,000 of the whatchamacallits, and you're going to sell all of them. And you're like, okay.
10,501 axles. And they're like, all right, got it.
Exactly. That would be a darn sure a good thing for sure.
And nowadays, the people that sell you the raw materials are running lean too. So they don't always.
They're not always
saying the stuff that you need. Mm-hmm. So it's complicated.
Everything's complicated these days.
It is so complicated.
The world has gotten complicated. But all I want to say is the first bow I ever bought myself, I bought bow, arrows, broadheads, target, fully set up, case, the whole 9 yards. How much did it cost me?
$600.
$573.84. Yes. It was.
Well, I remember when I first got into bow hunting, my buddies were ordering their Bear Whitetail 2s from the Sears Wish Book.
That's right. For sure.
And that's what they hunted with.
Yep. But yeah, so I mean, it's come a long way, but at the same time, we're old now. It's amazing to me. You remember when Grandpa would say, well, I didn't pay but $2 for that, or I paid 5 cents to go to the movies. And you'd be like, oh, Grandpa, shut up. And
Yeah, what does that mean?
and now we sit back and go, you remember our first bow wasn't but this, and now you can't buy a bow with stuff on it for, about that.
So in the early 2000s, from like 2002 to 6 or 7, before I got on this side of the industry when I was running archery shops,
Mm-hmm.
I remember distinctly telling people, is your bow's this much, and then you can count on about $100 for everything you bolt on it.
And it says
sight's gonna be $100, the rest's gonna be $100,
Yep.
your quiver's gonna be about $100, and and actually your quiver was probably 60 and your sight was 130, but
but
about $100.
$100 a part.
And I remember people
$300 a part.
kind of whistling at that,
Yep. And now it averages $300 a part.
And I guess I'm just the old guy on my porch shaking his cane because, I just am. It's remarkable to me that the 3 or 4 most popular hunting sites are $500+.
For sure. It makes no sense.
And I bet, I haven't paid retail. Being in the industry, you have certain advantages, and that's part of the reason you like doing it. But, I hadn't paid retail for anything hunting and archery wise in a long, long time. And so I've been disconnected from the gradual rise in prices, other than having to tell shops about our price increase, right?
Price increases, yeah.
And it's just shocking to me because I'm thinking, wow, what would I do? I'd probably shoot. I wouldn't be shooting the same level of equipment as I do today.
It's and honestly, I do believe, and and there's a trend in the industry where big companies have made consciously a less expensive, I'm not going to say less quality, but a less expensive to put them in that brand. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, we've seen the competition in the more economical priced products get pretty good. So they're having to make pretty good stuff to compete in those price points. So, I mean, the archers we as archers, not we as guys that work in the industry, but we as guys that are archers, we get better stuff, man. We really do. Now, sometimes it changes so slow you don't quite notice it, but we are getting better stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and I'm gonna just say ABC company that now makes a $700 package bow. Let's just call it that. That package bow is as good as any bow from that 2000 stage that we were talking about that were top of the line.
For sure.
For sure.
I told somebody the other day, I said, in years past, like 20 years ago when I started in this industry, a lot of the price point stuff, to be honest with you, if I was made to hunt with it, like, hey, that's your bow for this year, I'd feel pretty handicapped.
Yeah.
But I know I look at some of the more economical priced bows that are out there right now, and basically they're what flagships were just a few years ago. And so
the other day about one brand, like, that cam is the cam that was on the top bow just a few years ago.
And if you handed me one of the $700, $800 price point bows, I wouldn't feel handicapped at all. I'd feel like I was shooting what I've always shot, really.
And I will say, I mean, and I'm going to name drop a bow brand, but Bear has done a really remarkable job of staying in that zone and doing their thing. John he knows that's their spot, and he's doing well with it. So,
and they sell in sheer numbers of bows a remarkable amount because that price point fits a lot of people.
It does.
And they're producing quality equipment that guys can go out and have success with at that price point. It's just a good thing. It's not bad at all. And
no,
they're doing such a good job that a lot of other companies have backed away from. They just, all right, that's yours. You got it. You won it.
That's right. But at the same time, I don't, that we have some people, oh, I just got this old bow. And I'm like, hey, we all started somewhere, got guys walk in and go, well, I got that old cheap, whatever, bow. And I'm like, okay, did you learn how to shoot with it? Yep. And you're here to do what? Upgrade. Why? Because I love it. It got you there,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I'm not going to down. There's some products that have come through, over the years that really just wasn't good products. We've seen it.
They get weeded out pretty quick.
And every piece of the market, we've seen, a site that was just not good, or but they don't last. They're not around.
No, and that generally takes care of itself. The marketplace chooses that.
Yep. So. But yeah,
and on my side, it's hard to say anything bad about anybody's bow now. It's like people ask me, well, what do you think? I'm like, I think that competition is so tight that if somebody was building crap, they'd be gone.
Uh-oh.
You done overheated, John.
Yep.
It won't stay on the market. It won't stand. So, there's a lot of good equipment to choose from now. Although some of it's expensive.
Well, darn, I went to dark.
I guess that's telling you it's time to leave.
Well, it is. We've been an hour in. We jaw jack. Look at that. There we go. Anyway, we jaw jacked a whole bunch. Byron, we're going to have to do this again, maybe a lot more. Who knows? People get to listen for this podcast. It's just so much better to be able to play off somebody, to have somebody on here to be able to play against and talk about, and just, talk about the times itself. So, yep. Let's see.
Well, I can't talk about a lot intelligently, but I can talk about archery for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. You've been in it for a while, just like everybody else. Anyway, until next time, take someone, teach them how to shoot a bow. It will last them a lifetime. I'm Big John. That's the arrow guru, Byron. And we'll see ya.